Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach and author, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Okay, so we back on Tia because you always talking and then you backpedal. You're not clearing the air, Bookie. So this not necessarily a video. The only clip that they got is the same one that ran from her, that little snippet out of her little show, where she's called herself crying and talking about how she wishes she could pick up the phone and call her twin Tamara. And then, so this caption is talking about Tia Mowry says distance between her and her sister Tamara is due to their individual family obligations. We know. That. And you know how we know that? Because Tamara is not trying to have and be wrapped up in none of your foolishness, Tia. Her obligation, Tamara's obligation to her family is to actually keep it together. And the way in which that she's going to keep it together is to not be wrapped up in your foolishness. You're so problematic that your twin, in order to preserve her family and the integrity of her household, is to basically love you with a long handled spoon. She got to treat you with a long handled spoon. As we used to say, as old folk used to say, you got to love somebody from a distance. You treat them with a long handled spoon. You know, I can't be real close to you because, you know, you got a lot of foolishness going on. You got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, drama or whatever. You're very selfish. You're very self-centered. And so don't nobody want to deal with all of that. Notice that nobody actually comes out and says anything about Tia. Tamara ain't said nothing yet. And Corey has not said anything about Tia either. The most thing that he's ever said since this whole divorce thing came to light is recently, after he was doing like his press tour for the movie that he did with Megan Good, and he was just talking about how, you know what I'm saying, the divorce, you know, broke his heart, basically. He was just saying how, you know, he cried for a long time about his marriage being broken and his family being broken, because that meant a lot to him and his children, and his wife meant a lot to him. So that's the only thing that he was saying. He was talking about him. He never came out and said nothing about Tia. He didn't slander her. He did not bash her. He never said nothing negative about her. Nothing. He never did nothing. The only time that we witnessed him even interact with her was on a video that went viral, where they kind of gave each other a little bit of an awkward hug or what have you. And then the only other time that we publicly witnessed anything that we could make anything out of was, remember that picture they did for, I think it was a Christmas picture, a Thanksgiving dinner picture or something like that, and he was just sitting there. Everybody had their shoes off. He had them on. You could tell that he was just taking a picture because, you know what I'm saying, it's a memory for his children and things of that nature. But that man ain't never came out and said nothing negative about her or anything. Okay? She's the one that's running her mouth. She's the one that every other week or so, she's on social media, either doing some goofy video, or she's got her mouth running about a graduation from her marriage and you know, and all of this other stuff. And the last time that I really covered it, people were upset with me because I said when a long marriage breaks like that, there's a contribution on both sides. And I guess people thought that I meant that Corey broke his marriage. I didn't say that. I didn't say Corey was doing anything to break his marriage. I have always maintained that Tia was the problem. She was the one that ultimately made the decisions that led to a divorce. She went down there and signed the divorce papers. She went down there and filed it. She was the one that wanted to be on social media. She was the one that was making videos about dating and and all this other kind of stuff. She was doing that. And the way that she's talking about her relationship with her twin, this reveals even more so about her mentality. It's quite immature from what we can see. From the things that I can see, from the posts that she make, and the way that she comment on things, even when it comes to herself, or with the way she comment on her family dynamics, girl, it's exhausting. It's exhausting from a distance, and I don't know her. It's exhausting from a distance, and all that we're getting is social media posts. That's all we're getting. And those are exhausting. So I can imagine what it is up close, what it is on a consistent basis, what it is. There's a reason why Tamara has pulled away. And I guarantee you it's Tamara that pulled away. And like I said before, it's not because Tamara don't love her. You would not be able to convince me in a million years that Tamara don't love her sister dearly. However, just because I love you doesn't mean that I got to put up with your foolishness. The whining and the crying and the, because Tia looked like she liked to be the victim of everything. Tia looks like she likes to be the victim, and everything is doing her wrong, and every situation is just oh my God, you know. And she also seemed like the type of person that when you give her advice about stuff, she can't ever take that advice. It's always the wrong advice. It's always not going to work because blah, 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 blah. The solution to the problem that you gave me, a problem that I brought to you, is not going to be a solution because blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of having these talks with you. And then as your sister, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you something from my experience, maybe draw something from my marriage and how we resolve issues and things of that nature, and trying to give you some solutions to things. And every time I give you a solution to something, you think of a reason to why these solutions are not going to work. So leave me alone. Leave me alone about the problem. I don't want to hear the problem. You the problem is what it's boiling down to, because how don't nothing work? Tia does not like to be held accountable. And Corey was holding her accountable, which is why she left him. And Tamara holds her accountable, which is why she feel like she can't call on the phone, because Tamara is not with the BS. Tamara gonna listen sometimes she not gonna say nothing, and sometimes she gonna call Tia out. Like, no, Tia, you can't tell me Tamara didn't tell Tia to not try to divorce Corey, because there was no reason for her to do that. She probably gave her sister some real flimsy reasons as to why she can't do it anymore and why she don't want to be married no more. And Tamara was probably on the other end of that phone shaking her head. Like, girl, if you do not stop. Because ultimately, that man is not doing anything that would cause the marriage to break. There's nothing happening in that household that you gotta get divorced for. Maybe some things to work on, something like that. But divorced, it's a little much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, Tia. And you kind of making mountains out of molehills and things of that nature. And I just don't feel like it's that serious. And I don't know why you keep feeling like, because I done already told you how to get over that problem. You still ain't implemented none of what we said, and you still complaining about the problem. So I really don't want to hear the problem. And when Tia went down there, took her little happy self down there to file a divorce from her husband, and then turn around, call and told her sister, she probably blew up at her. Like, girl, what? So you just gonna bust your family up? So what is your kids gonna do? And we already know that the oldest boy seemed like he take up after Corey. Cause he be looking at his mama like, You really on some foolishness. He be calling her all the way out. All the way out. He looked like he stand on business like his daddy. He didn't want to be on camera on that little show she got. He ain't even trying to be involved with the foolishness. I remember a video where she came out she was wearing something, and he was like, "You naked." Basically, anytime the little boy gotta, you know what I'm saying, corral his mama, and then she wanted to laugh it off. No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Nothing funny about it. Nothing funny about traipsing down to, some courthouse somewhere and filing divorce papers on your husband and then had the audacity to go all the way through with it. And then it wasn't about no, no big deal, because she didn't take the time out to self-reflect and just, try to heal it. Because she immediately started trying to date somebody, because that's what them little videos was about. Some stuff she could have did with her husband in terms of, like she had little videos and stuff of her traveling. Girl, I'm pretty sure you could have traveled with Corey and been on a yacht somewhere with your toe cocked up, but you ain't want to do that with him. You want to do it with another man. Now you in the street. Now the streets ain't kind. They're not kind. Now you don't know what to do. You wanted to go out there in the street, not built for it, by the way. Not even don't got no street savvy or none of that. But you want to be outside, and you want to dip your toe in it, but you don't want to stay there. What you thought Corey was finna wait for you to have your little midlife crisis whole phase? Because this is what this is. Make no mistake. This is a midlife crisis. They always try to act like men are the only ones that go through midlife crisis, but women be going through it too. A whole midlife crisis with a woman consists of her not feeling attractive anymore like she used to when she was young, and trying to see that she still got it and all that type of stuff, which people go through midlife crisis. I'm not saying it's something wrong with going through it, but it is something wrong when you make you make life-changing decisions based on a period of that you going through, when really you just need to sit down and you need to do a little bit more introspection and things of that nature. It was nothing to tear your marriage up about because you having a midlife crisis, so you want to tear your marriage up. That was stupid. That was stupid. But now she got to live in her truth. Do she not? You got to live in the reality now. You made your bed hard. Now you got to lay in it. Corey seemed like he making her stand on that business. You graduated from me, remember? Because I ain't never seen nobody successfully graduate from a school and then come back to do them same grades over again. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen nobody pass a grade and then say, you know what, I want to do that grade over again. No. It's stupid. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.